Sports. It's in the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's the 49ers going up against the Bears. So let's send you up to Chicago, where we'll say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, as always, he's Charles Davis. And Charles, we saw in the open, we've got a couple of great running backs in this game tonight, each capable of putting a team on his back.
And I'm excited to talk about the runners, not just the passers, who have a big hand in who's going to win this game. Both of these guys are do-it-all. Can run it, can catch it. I can't wait to get this one started.
Set to go now is Connor Barth. And off we go from Soldier Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And when he's at his best, Colin Kaepernick epitomizes what most people are looking for in a quarterback nowadays. Not just a guy who can throw it, but a guy who can be a big part of the run game and really break down defenses.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The starting 11 on your screen now, and the one we discuss is Torrey Smith.
You would do worse than to just call long pass plays and throw it to Torrey Smith. He can certainly take the top off of any defense.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stuffer who can move upfield and rush the passer.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now this is Dewan Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And looking at this play from the running back's perspective, as it developed, I know he had to think to himself, oh no, here they come.
So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the all-time leading passer in Vanderbilt history, the veteran quarterback. It's Jay Cutler.
And while it probably hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Jay Cutler throughout his career because he's had a lot of different coaches and offensive coordinators, it also has made him extremely adaptable. There's not anything he hasn't seen or done on offense in the NFL.
To throw, Cutler. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we get a peek at the offense and a peek at Alshon Jeffrey.
An absolute matchup nightmare for any defensive back. Size, speed, terrific hands.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front?
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And no move to get Cutler off the field. He stays out there, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So the flag is for the very rare illegal forward pass penalty.
Not often that a quarterback forgets where the line of scrimmage is. They have an innate sense about it. On this play, the quarterback did.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense. Still 1st down.
The penalty, it's high, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he's got his receiver. It's Patton for a Niner touchdown. Quinn Patton from 8 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Cutler on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Holding. Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Cutler sliding out of the pocket. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now it's Cutler. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we come back. It's a close game here early on. And we're back to Soldier Field after this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bears defense now back out onto the field. They have to recover a little bit. Last time they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what they call, it's working. So they've got to get something figured out. And usually you need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive. Here's Kaepernick. They go screen pass to Hyde. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he will lose lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bears take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball. Then he made a nice tackle.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be first down Bears. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They go play action here on first down, escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now he'll tuck it and run. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He dumps it to Hyde. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think? Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, something you have to be aware of as a QB. Once you get back to that back line of the end zone, you sort of have to go into survival mode.
Yeah, but he's still between the tackles, so if he tried to throw it away, it still would have been 2 points.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 5. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kaepernick to Hyde on the draw. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It was Willie Young that wound up getting him down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have played a clean first half, and that there are no turnovers to this point. That being the case, it's no surprise that we have a very close game at halftime. All right, let's roll those highlights. Down to the middle of the first. Patton's able to get open here, and this play will go for 6. 49ers take the early lead. 4th down at the 48. He's going to tuck it and run here, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 45. Bears now later on the drive. The quick pass and completion is made, and he'd cap off the 10-play drive with a TD. The Bears tied up at 7. Bears line up at the 13. Jeffries by himself here, and he cap off the 8-play drive with a TD. Bears is up now by 7. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I can just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes. First series of the second half. Offense or defense, you got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down, 3 down.
Now Cutler on first down. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And now it's second down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. But guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they're able to react and knock the ball away. Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And an alley to run. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Hyde. About 3 yards there to the 27. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough one.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Mitch Unrein able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Under. Slam, slam. Watch the motion.
Play clock winding down. Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second and 10, it's Cutler again. On the right side, this is Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 1st down, it's Cutler. Jeffrey with a catch left side. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 7 yards on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Two times. Hey, guys, check me out.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
To throw, Cutler. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Barth now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away. Chris Davis on the return. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Surveying the field. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now. It's Cutler. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete. Eddie Royal is intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On third down, Cutler. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
This is Howard on second down. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Cutler on third and long. Dancing to his left. And Miller with it over the middle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now a first down following that long gain. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push it. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They go with Howard again. And they'll get him down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Cutler's going to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
No.
Cutler now off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cameron Meredith from 17 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want...
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. He's got time in the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On first down, Kaepernick finding time. They're going over the middle here to Curley. A gain of 6 there on first. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Kaepernick to throw again. Curley's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And quickly they get to the line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Sports. It's in the game.